511 sections in this act, 511 sections. Some of the sections are very, very important. For example, section 219 and 300, they deal with murder, culpable homicide and murder. So one has to be not only theoretically sound, but must know the practical applications of each and every section. For that, you should first of all familiarize the subsections, that is the ingredients of each section, unless you are thorough with the ingredients, because lot of interpretations are there in the criminal law. In criminal law alone, lot of interpretation. Every word, each and every word has been very carefully coined by Lord Macaulay. He enacted this act in 1861, and this act is initially was known as Macaulay's Code. Macaulay's Code. Lord Macaulay was the Law Commission chairman for the first Law Commission. He was the first chairman for the first Law Commission. So he only enacted this. He is such a knowledgeable person, and if you read the language of this section, it's very difficult, very difficult. I can say among all the acts, the language is very tough in criminal law only. Why he has made so tough? Because it is subject to a lot of interpretations. A person who is innocent may become accused. An accused man become innocent by a little different. For example, I will give you an example. Hang him, and a judge ordered, hang him, comma, release him not, release him, hang him, not release him. You put hang him, comma, not release him. This is what the order says. But actually the judge pronounced, hang him not, release him. The comma just, it came a little before not. So hanged, he was hanged, not release him. So actually the judgment, hang him not, release him. So one comma changes the whole life of a person. Death and living has been changed by one comma. So we have to be very, very, very careful as far as criminal law is concerned, that we have to be, even one ingredient if you wrongly write, the entire meaning will go. So now, this act is applicable throughout India except Jammu and Kashmir. You know the problems of Jammu and Kashmir. So no law is applicable to Jammu and Kashmir, unless specifically authorized by the Indian government. Now, the Indian Penal Code is divided in such a way. First of all, what is the basis for crime? What is the basis for crime? That is the first chapter. Then what is the extent of jurisdiction of this act? Second chapter. And then what are the defenses for a person? Let's say he says, I have not committed crime. What are the defenses available to a person so that he will escape from the liability of a crime? Then next comes the types of crimes. The types of crimes, first the crime against life, crime against life. Then next is crime against body. Then next is crime against reputation, crimes against property, crime against movable property and immovable property, crime against government, crime against public tranquility. Like this, there are a lot of divisions.